Buongiorno, toppe floppete. Okay, let's go. Before I start the rating thing, I want just to tell my 2 cents about some stuff. I'll put some timestamps for when the tops and the flops begins. But first, I don't understand the VAR rules. Why is that sometimes they can intervene and sometimes they cannot intervene? Those rules are just really weird. I'm taking this like the Juventus example, right? Juventus and Genoa, in the beginning there was like a foul that was on the limit of the main area of the goal, right? And the commentators said that here the VAR room could not intervene because of reasons. I don't understand that. Like, if the referee makes mistakes, just intervene. This drives me crazy. The same thing as when there's like an offside, and they don't intervene. Like, they wait. I mean, you have this automatic thing anyway. Sometimes they wait so long that it's pointless anyway. That was my 2 cents on that stuff. And the second stuff I want to say is when are we going to renew Theo Hernandez and Maignan? No, because I'm waiting for that, and I wouldn't want to lose them the next year. So we should have renewed them like a long time ago. And Theo Hernandez is very happy in Milan. His messages of love are always like plenty, and he's in love with Maldini. We saw Maldini, congratulating on Theo Hernandez. So let's do these renewals soon, please. Okay. With that said, let's go with the ratings. My ratings, my very personal ratings for this match. Obviously, you have to take these ratings in the context of this match, right? So Lecce is not Inter, so you won't see 9s and 10s in this game. Okay. Let's go with Fonseca first. Fonseca, I think a 7 is good. He proposed the same formation that played against Inter. And this module for him is working right now. There's a lot of people saying that this formation is not sustainable. And I tend to agree with these people simply because this module is heavily based on Abraham and Morata's work of when we're not in possession, right? So the team... just think that Morata had the highest recovery balls for AC Milan, together with I think Hernandez and Tomori. So that's a hell of a job that Morata especially is doing, and Abraham is helping, even though Abraham is staying more as a true striker, right? While Morata calmed down a little bit. Right now it's working. Obviously, we didn't see the same intensity as we saw against Inter because that's just natural, because two different opponents. So with Inter, you need to be intense throughout the whole match. With Lecce, I guess you can take it a little bit easier, even if the first half before those 5 minutes were a little bit blocked for the AC Milan, and we were struggling to create. We were trying, but couldn't break into Lecce's defense. What worries me now is that if Fofana gets injured, if Morata, if Abraham gets injured, we are gonna see a different AC Milan. So you see that when Jovic comes in, when Musa comes in, when Loftus-Cheek comes in, Milan has to change. I don't know how that is gonna go throughout the season. Maybe in the January market they will get another midfielder, and I hope so. In this module, I think Loftus-Cheek, if we can sell Loftus-Cheek, that is better. If we can get a playmaker style midfielder, that will be the best option for me. But we will see now with Bayern and Leverkusen. Now we will see what is gonna happen. So I'm very curious to see Milan against Leverkusen, because Leverkusen is a great team. And it's going to be another test for Fonseca, another test for our players, which in my opinion are very humoral. This team feels very, very humoral. If the players are happy, they can do a good job. If emotionally speaking they're down, then we see problems, right? The main, I guess, the main possible weakness that I see now for AC Milan is when the opponent managed to break that first line of pressing with a four men. Because when that happens, we leave a lot of open spaces there. So that's the responsibility of Pulisic and Leao as well. So another good thing that I see now is that Fonseca is giving more responsibilities to Leao. Leao never had these kind of responsibilities, and you can see it now. You see that he tried more in this game, so he was more active when we didn't have the possession of the ball, which is a great step for improvement, in my opinion. And Leao never had this kind of responsibilities before because we were playing with we had a mezzala to cover for him. Now, if Leao doesn't help, we are going to be in trouble. So that is a good lesson, I guess, for him. But we'll talk about that when we talk about Leao. So Fonseca 7, good. The only thing that I would appoint to Fonseca is the substitutions. So you're winning 3-0 against Lecce in a match that is basically over. I don't understand why, and we have the Champions League coming. So my idea of a turnover is not like Pioli did it. So Pioli usually put the substitutions in, and then when things got worse, he put like the starters in, and they had to run double to do a lot of effort to catch up, and maybe you were losing and you had to score a goal, so they were more tired in the end. To me, the right way of doing a turnover is to, as Fonseca did, you put all the main starters in the beginning, you close the game in the first 45 minutes, and then you take off the players. So I would have substituted Morata and probably even Pulisic to save them for Leverkusen, because you don't want to risk an injury for your main players, right? So when it comes to rate this match, for me it's really hard because the second half it felt a lot like a training session from both teams, in a way. So AC Milan didn't want to concede goals. He didn't want to. He wanted to have a clean sheet, and that's the same for Lecce. I mean, the same in the way that they didn't want to concede more goals, so they didn't really push that much, and it became more of a just waiting for time to pass kind of match. That's why it's harder to to evaluate this kind of match. In the same way, is similar to Venezia, right? Venezia too felt like a training session, and if it means that we in 5 minutes we score 3 goals every time, then I'm fine with it. Our defense, Maignan, I will give him like a solid 6, probably even a 6.5. It's good. He did his job when he had to do his job. He did some good saves. But yeah, it's like an ordinary day for Magic Mike Maignan. All good. Let's go with Gabbia. Gabbia, I see him as even more a leader after the derby. He controls, he talks. He's the only Italian. He was the only Italian in the formation. And I think a 6.5 is good. He's showing us like a very good attitude. And a solid game from Gabbia. Same for Tomori. Tomori, I would give him 6.5. Yeah, between 6 and 6.5. He did a great match. You can't outrun Tomori. Tomori is very, very fast. We saw that. That's also, I think, thanks to our team being a little bit less, a little bit more compact, right? So the defense is not as high as it used to be in the first games. And if there's somebody that went to San Siro to see the match, how did you see the team? If you checked how long the team was, how compressed, that kind of stuff that we cannot really see from TV, unfortunately. I wish there was like a more like a tactical cam that could show us a little bit more of what's happening, even in parts where the ball is not present. Hernandez, I think and I thought this before, but like Theo Hernandez is our top player together with Maignan. Leao comes next. Theo Hernandez is truly a great player. Assist and goal, and that kind of goal is not easy to score. That is a great goal, and he's a defender. And I remember that in the beginning, Theo Hernandez was more of an attacking player, and he struggled a little bit in defense. But his defending now has improved a lot compared to the past, and it's just really hard to pass Theo Hernandez, and he's really dangerous. The couple Theo Hernandez and Leao have been a proven couple now for long, and I wish we had something similar on the right. But yeah, I guess we can't have everything. Yes, this was Lecce, and yes, that was Venezia. So I'm happy that he didn't do like the this sign again. So that's good. And now let's see against Leverkusen. So he has to keep going like this. But to me, Hernandez, he's a very good player. He's one of our top players, and nothing to say against him. And he deserved the crown of king of the match, MVP. And let's go to Emerson, the King Royal. Emerson Royal, I think a 6. 6 is good enough. I wish we had another Hernandez in the right. Unfortunately, we do not. So he struggles, obviously, when he has the ball. He's not very technical. His crossing is not the best, even though if against Inter it was a little bit better. Do you see a difference between Emerson Royal and Calabria? Do you think Emerson Royal is better at defending? It's hard to tell, especially against like Lecce, right? So I think a 6 is a good vote for him. And let's go into our midfield now. The midfield, we have Fofana. Fofana, he did a very good game of positioning. His position was always good. And it's not easy because Reijnder is a midfielder that keeps going on attacking. And Fonseca asks Reijnder to do that. So Fofana has to cover for him, and he has to be very mindful of the position. And in this game, he was good at that. So I will give him a 6.5, a solid defending midfielder. I think he has to work on his long passes because Fonseca wants him to help the transition in attack and help like with the passes from defense to attack to play that pivot playmaker kind of thing, which we don't have. And his long passes sometimes are very dangerous. If we don't get the ball, we are open to counter attack. So, but overall, a good game. Let's go with Reijnders. Reijnders, as usual, his accuracy with passes is high. But in this game, I will give him a 6, simply because I saw him a little bit confused in the field, in the pitch. Fonseca, as I said before, asked him a lot to leave the midfield and to go on attacking and to create, to play. And I think Reijnders was a bit confused, and I think Reijnders was a little bit confused by that kind of play style, I guess. He still has to interiorize everything, I think. Not a bad game from Reijnders, but I think like a 6 for this game. For me, it's fair. And now let's go into our beautiful attack. So we have, let's go from Leao. Yeah, Leao. Leao, better. I liked his attitude more. I'll give him a 6.5. I think is good. He did an assist. Overall, he was more involved in the play. He came back. He recovered some balls. Even though when he came back, he was a little bit ignored by his teammates. But I appreciate the attitude and trying to help more. So he got the captain thing, which for me, Leao doesn't have that personality to be a captain. I guess if that helps him to play better, I don't know. To me, the captain though should be somebody that is a leader on the pitch. So in this case, I guess I will give it to Gabbia because he's Italian too, but also Morata could be, right? Maignan will be my choice, but Maignan is a goalkeeper, and the goalkeeper is too far from the action, and with the rule that the captain can speak to the referee, gets a little bit nasty there. So a good game from Leao, a better attitude, still some technical mistakes. Sometimes you can see that he never pressed before because sometimes he's unsure if he should press or not, and he's looking around at what to do. But I guess, let's say he's learning the job. He didn't find a goal, even if he tried desperately to score. This was Lecce, I agree, but still a good game. More, I'm seeing him more trying to get involved with the overall game and not just thinking of when he has the ball, which to me, at least for this game, is an improvement. And let's go the other side. Let's go Pulisic. Pulisic, even when he doesn't play at his best, he's scoring. So what else do you ask of Pulisic? I'll give him a 6.5. I think that's a good score for him. You say yes, the same vote as Leao, right? Yeah, I don't know. To me, it seems fair because then I want to give higher votes to Morata. And then, nah, okay. Pulisic. Now there are rumors of Liverpool wanting to get Pulisic. No. We don't sell our top players. I think this is clear enough. Okay, Pulisic always helping, always sacrificing for the team, and you have to do so in this kind of module, right? So nothing to say to Pulisic. Pulisic, I think, is the only player that I never criticized ever, because I don't know, like when he is a very high quality player with his feet, with everything. Nothing to say to Pulisic. Let's go to Abraham and Morata. Let's go Abraham first. Abraham, I will give him a 6. A 6 because he needs to score. He needs to score. Now he missed, I think, a couple of chances. But together with the one with Inter, he is the striker. All the work that he's doing for the team is awesome, is great. He's helping the team a lot, but he needs, if he can get the ball in that situation, in those situations, he has to do it because that's his job. The work off the ball is, as usual, great. I just ask him to score, right? We all ask him to score. It's fine that it wasn't essential for these games, but let's work into that finalizing, the same as Leao, right? Leao has to finalize more. Yeah, we're grateful for the assist, but he needs to finalize, right? Let's go Morata. Morata, I will give him a 7 because our formation is heavily influenced by Morata's work. So Morata, as I said before, he recovered like 4 balls, which is a lot for an attacker, right? For a striker. He comes back a lot. He helps the team all over the places. Morata is everywhere. Plus, with his beautiful now bold head, he scored a goal that is not easy to score. And he was injured. And he should not have been playing that game. So a great performance from Morata. Now let's hope that our players stay healthy. That's the most important thing, because I'm a bit worried for when we're gonna see a little bit more injuries, especially in the midfield. If Fofana doesn't play, I am gonna be worried. So the substitutions, who came in? A lot of people came in. Bartesaghi. I won't say anything to Bartesaghi. I think the red card was a bit much overall. Loftus-Cheek, Chukwueze, and Musa. I mean, they're hard to rate because of that second half. That second half was like AC Milan. I don't know. It was a weird second half. So I will just give like a 6 to anybody, even if AC Milan has to change when the starters get substituted, and we knew that. That's obviously obvious. Chukwueze did waste a couple of counterattacks. Loftus-Cheek, as I said many times, there is not a proper role for him right now in this 4 2-4, 4-4-2, 4-2-4 that we have. They all did fine. We were winning like 3-0. They all did fine. We were winning 3-0 to Lecce. So it is what it is. This is not like the right match to evaluate, to give like judgment to anybody really. But yeah. So anyway, let me know what you think. What are your ratings? If you were in San Siro, if you noticed the difference, if you didn't notice the difference, if you're skeptic. Maybe it's my nature, but like I am still skeptical because now everything is going well, and we managed to find a way to play with our players with this new formation, with this new module, which is great. I don't know when when we're gonna have when the trouble starts, what is gonna happen, because I see Inter as a more solid team than us, and Juventus might be picking up pace, and I'm worried about Napoli. Napoli doesn't have the Champions League. Hopefully, this is gonna be a beautiful Serie A, and you're having fun watching the games.